Hello, friends. Welcome to Clarify and Decode, where our aim is to demystify software engineering in very easy to understand language and concepts. So, today's session is about benchmarking. It's a part of our series on software performance concepts, where we detail different ways and approaches through which we can improve the software performance of applications, websites, mobile apps, anything. So, if you're interested in this topic, do follow this playlist. Sure. So, what is benchmarking? Benchmarking, in essence, means measuring the performance of your code so that we identify bottlenecks and optimize its efficiencies. We need to know how a particular piece of code, class, methods, or libraries are working. And to get a very good detail of it, we do a benchmark. So it's not a concept that is restricted to any particular language. It applies to all, but for demonstration purpose, I would be using .NET and Visual Studio. So let's get started. So I have made few applications and will show you hands-on what is going through. This is a simple app where I have created a performance issue class with two methods, with string and with string builder. Okay. Suppose in your application you want to know out of these two approaches which is working faster, we can do it and verify it and certify it with benchmarking. Fine. So what needs to be done? In essence, we have to use benchmark.net library or package, as you may say, and just run an instance of that along with what we want to benchmark. The case here is performance issue class. So this is very important. On top of that, in the class, I have certified some attributes. That means these method should be benchmarked. Suppose there were few other methods, and if we don't define, they will be ignored. Okay. Here, in normal application execution scenario, it would have just gone into the normal code execution and this would have not fired. Hence, I've just passed as an argument the value benchmark from the start configurations so that it will fire in this. So let's get started. Okay, now it's running. It will try to catch a lot of details. You see, let it run. So basically, why do we do performance optimization with help of benchmark? There may be many other ways, right? We can just use a start and stop at the method level, like start of the method, a stopwatch, and then we get the time duration and we just end after the return. Yeah, it's done, but that's at a very basic level. Here, it will give you a lot of iterations and with a lot of details. So, okay, it's finished. See, it gives, it has run with .NET 8 framework, these kinds of CPUs are, and in all those iterations with string builder is giving 87 nanoseconds, and with string it gets 130 nanoseconds. So definitely this is an improved version. Okay, fine. So suppose we wanted to upgrade to .NET 9 and see if it's really improving with the change in framework, then we can just compare the two benchmark results and we will have our say. Yeah, look, see, this is the improvement that we need to expect. Great. Fine. Let me show you another way how it could be done. So I have made an API endpoint where I have replicated some performance issues. So suppose this is the endpoint where I execute. In this scenario, how do we do the benchmarking of the different endpoints? Okay, because it may be running in a separate process, in a separate application, right? And a way is we will just use a standalone app. So see what I have done here. There's just a program.cs, okay, and there is a method within this benchmark get performance issues. Okay, so here, as I said earlier, I'm running a benchmark on this thing, this class, and this class has one benchmark attribute, and within this I'm just calling the endpoint of the API which I just ran. So let's see. I hope that should be running. So let's hit that. Okay, let it run. Okay, fine. Till the time it's running, we'll just summarize what are the major benefits here. So definitely performance optimization we can do by identifying slow parts, optimizing them. We can compare two different approaches, algorithms, functionality, which one is more efficient. When we are doing some new changes, we don't know what component is getting impacted, we can do some regression related performance tests. What does the benchmark say? Okay, in the longer run it can be also used for projection. Okay, this is the server which has these values in terms of CPU and memory. What should I project if I increase the load? So in similar machines, a similar graphing, we can just utilize and project in a way. Okay, if I change the memory to this of the underlying server, this is the performance increase or decrease. So it's just for resource management also. So it's running a bit. Here purposefully there was a performance issue introduced and there were some high memory allocations method. But fine, let it run. Okay, see, just cleaned up but couldn't, I think didn't get all the result. Maybe there were some issues, but in essence it's just the same. Here we'll get the mean, deviation and errors. Fine, there were some connection issues, timeout issues, but that is just a thing we can check, but the essence remains the same on how do we do this. Fine, let's summarize this with key words which we should take from benchmarking. We increase the performance, we increase the decision making, we do a good quality assurance, we can do cost efficiency. Fine, there are other ways also apart from benchmark.net. In dotnet we will try to see it in a different video. I'll try to make a approach for third party tools which are very familiar or like running very good. Okay, dot trace, dot memory, and that's it. So fine, I hope you got it. So it gives you a real power. Benchmarking gives you a real power in terms of performance insights, accurate measurements, data driven decisions, cross version comparisons, right? You can validate your improvements, you can select your algorithm and whatnot. It is your eye. Okay. Okay. Fine, team. Let's get connected in another video. And if you're liking my content, please do subscribe. If you're more inclined to a different type of topic, like interview question preparations, Kubernetes, we also have content and upcoming series on those. Please stay tuned. See you. Thank you.